little bit. She's been feeling a little bad. Yes, ma'am. I think she's feeling okay now.
That's bedtime, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
All that's still on.
Yeah.
I know she's been busy.
They have been.
Any ice over there?
I need.
No one else?
I need. Yes, I do.
No ice?
I'm fine.
You have a... Inside of me knows that. I think it great. I wonder if that's one of them. But I
Job. Hey, Carlton. This is Carlton over here. Will you stand up, Carlton, please? I'll give you the little clue behind that. In preparing for the job, instead of coming up with hundreds and hundreds of jokes, I said, now, if any time we need to get a good laugh in here, if I just asked Carlton to stand up, it would be as good as a good joke, and sure enough it was. Wasn't it? Okay, it's too late to ask blessing for the wonderful meal we did have, and it's a little bit early for the evening prayers. But you know, I just can't help but thank the Lord for the abundant blessings that I've had, and I think that every one of y'all have had. I think that we just got a pretty wonderful family. I know that I'm the luckiest guy in the world, and I think there's others in here that are just as lucky as I am. So thank the Lord for that. Next in line, there are two young ladies here that especially deserve an awful lot of recognition in this thing together. Now, we know that they are not the only two that have helped put this together. We know that they would have had her share as a consultant there. I mean, they couldn't really do it right without her advising.
That's right.
And Jean has, I can see traces where she has helped a lot on that too. I think that, well, all of us, just by coming down here, deserve a big hand.
You know, if I heard a good woman is a good man, that's Bill and RV. Right, Bill?
Sure, the show's going to come in handy when it takes care of paying those postage bills. Just that alone is going to be out of this world. Okay, but now for some fun times. We have some very, very talented people in our midst tonight. You'd be surprised. Some of you haven't heard the Gardeners sing. They are just out of this world. RB and Gail and his girls and everything. And I think that they are going to honor us with a couple of songs now, and then they can teach us a couple, and then maybe, well, we're turning the musical portion of the program over to Gail and RB right now, and they can carry it just as far as they want to.
The piano player's real short, you can't sing.
And I've now become
know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I am with you, getting to know what to say. As you notice, suddenly I'm bright and bracing because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day.
You all join in with us.
You getting to know about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me, getting to know you, getting to vibrate but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I am with you, getting to know what to say. As you notice, suddenly I'm bright and bracing because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by
Hearing them sing many of the Gospels. Right now, we have a little thing that I guess Judy labeled as brag time. Not really brag time, but I guess that is what it is too. But each of the seven brothers and sisters want to give you the rest of you all a little bit of insight of what they've made of their lives, what their high points are. Just tell about themselves. And I guess our best bet, if we're going to have any accuracy at all, we better start with the youngest one, because she probably remembers better than anybody else. Allison, would you take the floor and just give us, well, not over 45 minutes of brag time, please? Now, I hadn't coordinated.
I just think it'd be good for you to do that. Let me tell you about my children. Janice, stand up.
Oh, yes.
Janice was so great that I had to repeat it 3 more times.
We did.
You better.
Then I had Alice Land.
Well,
And Ray, you know, I had to save the best for the last.
and when you reach perfection, you stop.
When you know you can't improve on something, you call it quits, don't you? Janice, why don't you tell them what you do and introduce your husband too? What your job is.
What order is this? This is my husband, Bud. We're newlyweds. Even though he won't admit it, I don't think. We've been married for 8 months. We live in Goldsboro, North Carolina. We're one of the home folk around here. And I work with the school system in Wayne County. I get all the little youngins that go to school in Wayne County. I got 21 schools and a lot of home kids. Bud works the school system in Lee County, which is about an hour and a half away from where we sleep at night. So he gets up very early and goes over to the school system in Lee County, which is Stanford, to take care of things over there. So we're in education, but neither one of us too well educated.
And one of the best things that Earl did was find Diane. Diane, you stand up.
do everything Diane tells me to do. I'm an attorney. I practice law here in North Carolina. I've got a general practice. I really enjoy the practice I do, but not as much as I enjoy getting to know a lot of my relatives here tonight. I'm glad you could all make it.
What does Diane do?
As little as possible.
Who feeds you all your lines? Diane's in graduate school and also doing a little teaching. She teaches freshman English at State University.
She's at State University, which is all red. Allison Ann and Ray both go to Chapel Hill, which is all blue. Ray, I'm skipping you, Allison Ann. Ray, please tell about those two little boys told you about State College.
I teach swimming lessons in the summer, and I have one little boy, and his mother was bragging on him, and she bent down to him and she said, "Now Jay, what happens if you don't make good grades in school?" And he looked up at her and he said, "You gotta go to State."
You gotta say that, Bill White. That's not too funny. But true.
I'm going to Carolina at Chapel Hill right now. I'm in pharmacy school. I'm working an internship this summer, making RJs, filling prescriptions, making fanny cream, working with the computer, a little bit of everything. I've got 2 more years.
Hopefully. That's all.
That's enough.
Okay, Ray, now you have a chance to stand up, tell where you are and what you're doing.
I also am at Chapel Hill. I had to follow her up there, couldn't let her get away from me. And I'm majoring in journalism and political science, and I've got 2 more years to go.
That's it.
That sounds like some of the nicest bragging that we'll have. Well, I've got a lot to brag about too. 5 girls, and I guess that is the point in my life, except for the wife. She has a little bit of responsibility there. Her too. I mean, she's real bragging with me. And the grandchildren. Oh, that's wonderful. As for my life, I've just retired from civil service. Carlton was real jealous of my role with the civil service. He's always just full of praise for the integrity and honesty. But anyway, I've retired and I'm a full-time farmer now. And to do some of my bragging for me, I let the kids talk for me instead of the kids' husbands doing the talking. I mean, they don't let home anyway, so we'll let the girls do the talking. The oldest one is Cindy. Cindy, would you give us a little bit of insight of how you finally grew up?
Did I?
What you got?
I got married to Ron, who is a UNC fan. Although I know that doesn't make some of you happy, it makes some of you happy. We have 3 kids, Amy with the camera, Chris hiding his head over there, and Kimberly snickering over there. Ron is in data processing. We live in Dallas, Texas, and I'm in personnel. He is 4 courses away from getting his master's degree, and I'm slowly plodding along to my bachelor's.
And then another one right side of there's old Sam over there. Actually, Sammy, she's a girl. Sammy?
I haven't decided what I want to do when I grow up yet. So in the meantime, I'm following what must be a Modlin tradition, and I'm teaching. I understand that there have been a lot of teachers in the group. So I'm an instructor at Rochester Institute now. And before that, I was manager of a publishing company. And before that, I did editing and publications design and conference planning in Washington, D.C. So when I find out what I'm going to be when I grow up, I'll let the rest of you know. Maybe we can have another reunion. We'll figure it out.
I think Mel left the room before her.
She'll be back.
Oh, she'll be. Oh, we'll get back to her maybe then. Okay, then the next to the youngest, Pam. Pam, tell us.
This is the only time I don't like to talk is when people are looking at me. And I work for an eye doctor.
Well, stand up when you look real good.
I work for an eye doctor in Maryland, and I do, Mom? I take care of my husband, who is like a little kid. I just got a little puppy dog, a little Doberman picture that I named Kitty Cat. And we go crabbing and fishing and camping a lot up in the mountains.
Okay, Mel hasn't come back yet, so I'll just drag it to her. She's claim to fame right now is that she married a pretty good farmer, Bernie over there. And even better than that, she came up with 2 little kids, Scotty and Melissa, and you just can't hardly do no better than that. So all in all, I really had a lot to brag about myself. Okay, now let's see. Allison, me. Carlton, your turn. Brag away.
No problem. You just take a look around all these orange tags and you'll see what I've been doing. You'll find me all over this room. Thank you. I got a wife to start with, and I got 3 children. There's only 2 of them present. I've got an old one and a young one and a middle one. The middle one couldn't make it because she's going to school and she's working and she's otherwise tied up. But the oldest did make it. Marries wherever she is. As far as I know, her greatest achievement is having more demarriages. But we'll let her tell about it.
My claim to fame is my husband made my dad cry because he was a shotgun.
Just did make it, didn't he?
That's him. He's a teacher and he's director at high school marching band. And one of our kids will be in it next year. Have his son Sean back there. Real fun. He's got a handful and he's teaching, I think. My daughters, I have twins, which was the biggest shock of my life. I came after that. Tim and Kelly is one of the sweatshirts there.
Fine!
They're my pride and joy. They all play instruments. Sean's on the trumpet. He made first trumpet with Dad's band, which from the north.
Hey, that doesn't sound
Kellyanne is on the saxophone. She played a great big solo in her concert this past year. I brought it, I don't think too much.
We get to hear them tomorrow night, right?
I was bringing it. She didn't bring her instruments either. Yeah. She plays clarinet. She's okay. They're all something.
Kim's in the honor society at school.
But that's been my big thing raising my kids. I went back substitute teaching a year ago. That's all I do. Just volunteer.
Full-time job. My youngest down here is Denise.
Help Denise.
And I don't think she's about to stand up. However, she does work for a testing laboratory. Good, Bernie. Yeah, she works for them. Now, she does all right. She does an awful lot of testing work for Westinghouse, all of the fine technical type work. I wish you'd stand up and let them look at you, anyway. That's all I'm proud of.
There ain't nothing to look at.
Yeah, she's doing a good job in the technical field. And of course, all of this came about it with Delma. Without her, we wouldn't have had any of it. So, what do you do? Well, here's your lost sheep.
It's her turn now, Dad.
Was it? I did.
Yeah, we're waiting for Thelma to give us her rundown. Come on. Brag on yourself.
What do? I take care of Carol, I take care of Denise, I take care of Carly, I take care of Paula Jean and Michelle, and the house and everything else. Whenever they want something done, Mama, can you do this? Mama, can you do that? And I'm going on 24 hours a day.
Okay, very, very good. Did that finish, or do you have some more bragging to do?
Go to it.
Okay, the beautiful little redhead, short redhead that just walked through was my last brag. Mel, I've already done the talking for you and everything, but stand up so everybody knows. Yeah, okay, that's a good brag there. That's good. Okay, let's see, I guess next, Raymond, what you got to brag about?
Let's see, you are Wayland.
Yes.
Every family, I think, has to have a renegade, a sort of black sheep. No, I'm not talking about you. I take that honor. I couldn't face the hot, humid weather you have here on the East Coast. So I left wandering to where we have hot and dry weather in Northern California. In all the wanderings, I picked up a string of jewels, and I won't want to stand by you now. That's great. Oh, children, please.
Our children, well, there's three of them. We brought the oldest one here. David, stand up, please. You want to tell them what you do?
Well, I've been spending the last 20 years working for IBM. I write computer programs. Lately, it's been mostly for the small computers, the personal computers that you see the TV ads for. I even got lucky enough to get my name on one of them. So if you search all around, you can find a Modlin name on a visible on the screen computer program. Other than that, I have married a lovely young lady, Renee. In case anybody's curious, that Renee is not Renee. Renee is the nickname is short for Doreen, but she much prefers Renee. I have 3 kids, all of them present. The oldest is Beth. Stick your head up, Beth, so people can She's going through the stage where she likes to look different. So find one unmatched earring on each side and all the various that stage. Will is 12, sitting, shaking his head over there as well. He might, I'm sure he's going to be in trouble before the night's over. And our youngest here is about 6. She hasn't learned how to get in serious trouble yet, but she's working on it. And we're all living in Maryland now. We moved there about 3 years ago from Florida, where our family started out. And that's about all there is to say. Glad to see you all.
We're glad David could make it. The other 2 couldn't. Gary is our middle son, and he has just completed 20 years in the Navy. And he got back 2 weeks ago from Italy. He's been, for the last 5 years, he's been assigned to NATO, and he has said 20 years is enough. So he's probably going back to Italy to work in a civilian job sometime in the fall. Youngest child is Carla, and she has been working on her master's at the University of California, Chico, and is working with some sort of housing project that writes grants and helps people build houses. And that's all I know about it. She has 1 child, Gary is not married and doesn't have any children that I know of. And I am marrying Gray. And Gray and I have been married for 45 years. I am still, he's retired, but I'm not. I'm a resource specialist for the tax superintendent schools in Madison County. And I work with exceptional children at both ends of the scale, both those who have learning problems, those who are gifted, and sometimes it's all the same package. And sometimes do have learning problems also. The rest of our family is a dog named Zabo and a cat named Little Miss, who is 15 years old. And we're glad to be here.
I count it as one of the biggest blessings that we've had today, that Raymond and Marion Gray and the whole brood, well, as much of the brood as could make it here, did make it. Because we haven't seen near enough of them. As far as that goes, we haven't seen that much of each other, really. Not enough of it. Some of us haven't, anyway. Okay, Ruby Lee, it's your turn.
Well, I tell you, I realized I was growing up in a family and getting into education. And so I decided I'd be real smart, and instead of teaching, I'd be the eternal student. On the basis of that, I decided to get out of the country and start having to build some of those TVA dams. That's where I found him. And after that, it didn't take very long for me to find out that I wasn't going to have much opportunity to do in bragging, that he was going to take over that part. So I think I'll just let him take over.
Last Tuesday, I went to a reunion she had for her 50th graduating class at the university. Of course, I didn't know any of them, but I did know that she went with one of her classmates. And he was the only one that had never met her. I felt real bad about it, but I took somebody's wife to do all these years. But anyway, I'm glad I met her. I met her over a pair of roller skates. She refused to pay at the time the cost of them, and I was $2.35.
And you've been true to form ever since.
I finally got my money, but I got her too. But that was at TVA that I met her. I went into service, we came back, and I went to Western Electric. We spent it out on Quadrant in the Marshall Islands. 5 years to Dakota, another part of the project, and retired from Western some 9 years ago. And we really got to know each other since then. There's many things she was taking care of. I didn't do it all the way from Washington, D.C. to there's any other things we done.
Well, in all those years, I had to learn some.
Well, that's pretty well covered. We enjoy it. Things without any problems or anything. We do a lot of traveling. Our family out in California. Oldest girl has 4 children, a boy and a girl, and they range from 7 to 3 years. And I think that's pretty well covers things.
Very, very good. Now, the next one, I think I myself could spend 30 minutes bragging on Maywood and her crew, but I'll let her do own brag in there. Maywood?
Younger brothers and sisters, I'll be glad that I was supposed to brag on my immediate family and not tell all I know about them.
That comes next.
I think I could entertain you a little bit on some of the things I remember, because they were, Allison was still just a little bitty thing when I was off to school, just a baby back. Johnny used to pick her up and throw her up in the air, and my mother would say, "Don't you drop my baby." So you know about that Johnny and I were in school together. And the thing he remembers most is sitting behind me in school and putting some itching powder on my neck when I was just like this. Finally, we got together anyway. And the two, we won't do a whole lot of bragging about the children, but and we're proud of all of the children. And especially proud, too, of the ones they have brought into our family. So I want you to know them, too. And I'll start with Betsy in Greensboro,
And then she got her hand up anyway. And married to Jim over that side. And we have 5 grandchildren that we're proud of, and 2 of them are there. Steve, where are you? And Brandon, backstage. And then I set the example for can't get to them. Anyway, the queen. And I have them. Okay, so you have certainly all met Judy so far, and Judy, I don't think I know you. Better down know you.
Here I am.
And we are so happy and proud to have Bill in the family.
Proud to be here.
And they have Brian back here, and Leslie is back here with the skirt on. We're happy. They're living with us, and we're very happy.
In a separate house.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. And then, Gene, where are you? Man, here. Okay. And Gene is in Bristol now, and she has very important event coming up for him. Book to wedding on our 24th of this month. Okay.
I highly recommend.
As for what they all do, talk to them there. But 2 of the unsung heroes of this Lincoln House are Bill and John, because they have shown unlimited patience.
Anybody got the halo flag?
In helping us plan for this, and so Judy and I both appreciate that.
I agree to that.
I plumb forgot, she had 2 more kids.
Don't leave them out, for goodness sake.
I didn't warn it.
I don't know how come I missed it.
They're not yours?
They all looked alike when they were small. If I had anything to do with any of them, I had something to do with all 3 of them. Earl is the only one that's here now. He is an accountant with the local newspaper in Winston-Salem. And the other one is Marilyn, that's gone back to Raleigh now. She has to work tomorrow. She's a veterinarian. But I just thought I ought to mention that they were part of our
Right, I think that we really should stand up and take the blame for anything that we've done, or in this case, the brags on it. Okay, Gladys, can you tell us something about, where is Gladys anyway? Oh, can you do a little bit of bragging on your family? Tell us about it.
Well, I'm the oldest of the family, and so I have 2 children, 1 boy and 1 girl, and then each one of those has 2 children. So that is our family as it stands at this time. And I don't know what I would do without my son-in-law. He's close enough to me for me to put out a hand and yell, and he just comes. I wouldn't know what to do without them.
That's what I do with ladies.
Which
can't find me.
And I would particularly like to say thank you to every one of you, boys, girls, mothers, and fathers, who have gone to the trouble to come in here tonight. I just think it's just such a big, wonderful family that you can't help but be proud enough to say that I'm the oldest of them, and here they are. They're my children all around here. They're either my children or my in-laws or something of that kind. Thanks to all of you.
That is kind of like what God knows is you forgot the name of kids, and I don't think she knows who they are. Dean, Gail?
Gail just went up, I think, didn't she?
Oh, she's back there.
Oh, is she still back there?
Yeah.
Well, Gail and Jean are my 2 regulars.
Don't see them grandyoungers too.
There he is. Okay, I'm Dean, and back in 1972, I found and married my wife Nina, who is helping me out with the camera. And we have 2 children, Connie Marie and Robert Scott. Where's Robert? Robert's a family name. Robert also, but as a family name, we've always gone by our middle. That's been confusing to some people, but I think that's a good old Southern tradition, going by your middle name. And so I've called him Scott. I am presently in the Coast Guard. I have been for 19 years. I think that's all my life. I've never known any other work. My family built and ran a restaurant in Chesapeake, Maryland. And so growing up, I grew up in the restaurant and doing restaurant work for my father. And the first job I ever had was in the Coast Guard. And I've never gone out and asked somebody, hey, can I have a job? And I'm going to be doing that pretty soon. Coming up on 20, I was planning on retiring. But my detailer offered me a job in what we call the Far East Section Office. That's just outside of Tokyo, Japan. And so in 10 days, August 7th, we'll be catching a flight for Japan. It's a 3-year tour. And then I'm going to retire. I'm going to put my foot down this time. Okay, I'm going to retire. And I might be depending on some relatives for a job.
Well, I've done a few things right in my life. One was to accept the Lord Jesus as my Lord and Savior. The second thing I did was to find R.B. He's been good to me, he's loved me, he's supported me in everything I did. Of course, the things I really like to brag about are my 2 children. Julie in the red blouse here is headed for her 3rd year at Liberty Baptist University. She's taking youth ministry major. She plans on being a youth pastor's wife. And she's got him figured out. She gets straight A's all the time. She does very good. My other daughter, Beth, will be a senior in high school this year. She gets straight A's also. She's a cheerleader. She's active in school. As a family, we're all active in school and church work, and that fills our life up.
Those straight A's, they take after their mother, not their father, when they get their straight A's.
Okay, now we have a choice of goodies. Either we can go into a little bit of a slide session that Carlton will show some slides of family gatherings, else we can go into the I remember part of it. And I'm thinking that it might be best, Carlton, if we have a few